ScrubGamers, welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames, and we've got another episode in previously DBSCG to go over the week's news for the Dragon Ball Super card games. So you don't have to go day by day looking what's been out. You can go at the end of the week and get it all from the whole week in one go. And for this week, we've got another lot of Masters discussion. Well, news, because we've still got the spoilers for the newest set 24, Beyond Generations, and that is still being shown. And we've actually got for first, because we have the ban list, which I'm going to do in a separate video just to go over it a bit more detail about what's going on. That'll come out tomorrow. And also in this one, we've got the reveals for Blue Black, some more Legacy Purple and Blue, more collector's stuff, and also the secret rare. So for the first time ever, this is a weird one, because with Bandai, they've given us not only the trailer before the reveals, not only a ban list before all the reveals are out, but also shown us secrets before even all the colors are shown. So you've got the next 2 days being yellow spoilers, and then I imagine some other stuff like TPs and things like that. But we should have like all the reveals by out the end of this week. But we're going to go over to what we had last week, and before we get into that, you can help out the channel by because we're on our way to 1,000 subs still, and you can do that by liking the video if you enjoy the content, enjoy the series. Comment down below any comments you have regarding this discussion in this video or the topic, and also subscribe to keep yourself updated with my videos as when they drop. And even by clicking the notification bell, you can get alerts to when my videos do drop, so you can watch them there and then, or at a later time when it suits you. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and check out what we got from last week. So, starting off with Blue. So, Blue, as we saw in the trailer, is all about the Hirudegan saga. Not Hirudegan saga, the Hirudegan movie, Wrath of the Dragon. And for that one, we've for the first time been given a Tapion leader. So we've had Hirudegan leaders. We've got 3 now, including this set. But normally we haven't. Like for the first time it was open, we got Hirudegan. The other side was a Trunks Youth. The other time we had it, I think, was also a Trunks Youth. But then finally this one, they actually give us a Tapion. So Tapion finally getting a leader I think this is one of the characters we've got but hasn't got a leader. I think there's very few of them, few leaders we've not got a leader for. So it's quite nice to finally get a Tapion one. And Tapion's pretty cool. Badass sword. It's got his little Ocarina. And yeah, it's nice to get a leader. So for this lead, its effect is also when this card attacks, you look at the 5 cards on top of your deck, add up to 1 blue Trunks Youth Hero or Phantom Demon card to your hand and shuffle your deck. So one knows which has to attack to get the effect. But it isn't just plain draw 1, like we haven't seen that for ages. I think it's been a while since we've had that. Really, it's just now on the front side, just swing the draw. This one is such a top 5 for specific cards, either a hero trait, which is to Tapion and Minota, Phantom Demon, which is just Hirudegan so far, and then Trunks Youth. So fair few targets considering what the saga is, but still, basically you shouldn't whiff off this because you've got so many targets for it unless you're putting in like a ton of blue staples. And its Awaken is when you less 4 or less, or you have 2 or more energy and a blue Hirudegan card in play. So you've got to incorporate some Hirudegan with this, because it's kind of like that's the whole thing. It's going to connect it with him. You draw a card, untap an energy, and then take your life down to 6 and flip over. So you can either do a 4 life and get untapped draw, which is nice, or if you've got Hirudegan in your battle area, which you can do quite easily, I think, then you get to take your life down to 6 as well as do that. And when you flip over, you go from 10k to 15k, and you just like Tapion all ready to go, and he's a hero revived in the present. Now you've got 2 autos and an activate battle. So the first auto is when a card in your combo area is placed in its owner's drop. You may play up to 2 hero cards with energy cost of 1 from your drop area in rest mode. If you do, negate your skill for the turn. Now I can't remember. I know there was like a whole debate about like what actually triggers this. Like how do you trigger this? Because there doesn't seem to be anything in there. But we'll see as we go for the spoilers to see if there's anything triggered out and what it is. Because I think even now I can't even realize what it is that triggers this. But we'll see. And you've got the other auto being added into the turn. Choose all of your rest mode hero cards with energy cost of 1 and place them in your drop. So you lose them, but then I think there's a way to make use of them before they get a drop. But even then, you're going to be using them from your drop anyway, because you've got the activate battle here, which is once per turn. Use it to 1 blue hero with energy cost of 1 from your drop in the combo. So a free combo from the drop. You don't as you notice from this lead, there's no draw here. There's no inherent draw. But then again, we've seen leaders that don't draw from any way on the lead. But still done well. So this could still do alright. We just need to see, kind of put it together and try out. But remember, there have been leaders which don't actually draw at all on their side, on the leader. That's still gone on to do very well because their archetype is quite good and how they function. So don't count this out just because it doesn't draw. It could still be good. And then we move on to the other lead of this set for blue, being Hirudegan. So Hirudegan getting a third lead. So an all in blue. I would love to have a green one instead of a blue one, but hey ho. Like even it's not even a blue-green one as well. Like we got green stuff, we got blue stuff, but they didn't put it together to be usable. It's always blue. So nice to be get green, but Bandai yeah, Bandai didn't really care, did they? So Hirudegan on its front side is auto and discard attacks. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Add up to one Phantom Demon card to your hand and shuffle your deck. So it does the same thing as Tapion when it attacks. Looks at the top 5 to find a card, but it only gets Phantom Demon, so it's only focused on itself. Like it's all like Ruderon's all about like me. So he's only looking for Phantom Demons. Doesn't get like anything else because he's the bad guy. He's just overpowered. He's just gonna fight. Then you got the Awaken, which is when you less 4 or less, or you have 2 or more energy, and 1 or more Tapion cards, and 1 or more Minota cards in your drop. So very easy to get those out. You've got combos, discard, things like that. To give me your drop, you draw 1 cards for 20 energy active mode, and then take your life down to 6. So very easy to get Alt Awakening, just by turn 2 having those 2 in your drop, Minota and Tapion. And I think there's cards that actually, you've got some cards in the archetype that actually get there very quickly, so that's a very good way to do it. And it's nice that both blue leads are untapped 1 draw 1, so you get an extra energy as well as a draw. Now, when you're on your Awakened side, you know Hirudegan resurrected Demon Statue. That it was a statue because he wasn't really a statue in the movie. He was stuck in the Arenas for anybody spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen the film. But now he's got 2, just like Tapion, he's got 2 autos and you've got activate skill. First auto is when his card attacks draw 1, so he's got that benefit over Tapion, which is he swings draw cards. So now he's not looking at top 5 and potentially whiffing, which you shouldn't really do, but he's now actually drawing a card, guaranteeing to gain a card every time he swings. And he's got Never Auto, which isn't once per turn or limit 1 or anything, it's just auto, pay it by paying 1 blue if your opponent has 2 or more energy. That's the cost, just paying 1 blue enough 2 more energy for your opponent. When one of your blue Hirudegan cards is removed from the battle area by a skill, you play up to 1 blue Hirudegan with energy cost of 6 from your hand. Now we're going to see which ones we have, and yeah, it's got to be a blue Hirudegan, but we got a fair few. I think we got 4 targets, so we're going to see what those do, see how great that is. That's quite nice that it's not limit 1, so you can keep doing if they remove over again. Just you are participating in your hand by playing them, but blue's been known to be defensive and keep a decent hand size, so shouldn't matter too much. And then we got the activate main once per turn, where you place one of your Hirudegan cards without unique at the bottom of your deck. So that's the cost. Place a Hirudegan that doesn't have unique at the bottom of your deck. That's the cost. Then you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards, which costs a 5 or less, and place it at the bottom of his deck. So you sack off, you bottom deck one of your cards, the bottom deck one of theirs, but yours got a specific one, and what you're bottom decking is specifically a 5 or less, so very limited in what it could do, but still decent amount of targets for 5 or less. So that is not too bad of leader. Like leader's not too bad. It's not amazing. Like I would like to see a reboot of the set 4-1 to be a little bit better because that was a really good one. But then over time now it's kind of dwindled. But it was still pretty decent. Yeah, if they rebooted that one, that'd be nice. But Bandai don't always reboot the things people want. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's Bandai. But then we also got some Z cards. So we've got 2 Z-Unisons. I think we're going to get 2 Z-Unison for each deck. So 2 for each color apart from black. Black, it just get 1 because there's only 1 deck for black. And we've got Trunks, Admiration for Tapion the Tapion deck. Hoi, Wicked Wizard for the Hirudegan deck. And then we've also got an extra Z battle card being Tapion Awakening after 1,000 years. So for the Trunks one, it's 2 specified costs, whereas Hoi is a 1 specified cost. And they both cost 1 specified, well, 1 Z energy. And they both don't have a way to gain markers, so that's the interesting thing. They don't have a way to gain markers, which is interesting. So Trunks as an auto, when this card is played, you can use rest mode hero cards in combos until the end of your opponent's turn. So the turn you play it, you can until the end of your opponent's turn, you can like start comboing things are in rest mode that are heroes. So that's not too bad. So you can make use of those ones that you could bring out. And you got the mark skill, which is +/-0. Activate main, choose up to one of your Hirudegan cards and KO it. And then choose up to one of your blue hero cards, which costs a 1 and return it to his owner's hand. So that's all the cost. So you got to choose one of your Hirudegan cards. You got to have a Hirudegan card on the board and KO it, and also choose one of your blue hero cards, which costs a 1 and return it back to his hand. So you got both a Hirudegan and a 1-cost hero card on board to KO the Hirudegan and bounce back the hero. It's just to trigger this. So it's not up to 1, it's you got to choose one. You're supposed to have those 2 targets, and then you switch one of your energy active mode. So having 2 targets, which you got to KO 1 and return 1 back to hand, just untap 1 energy doesn't seem amazing. But I don't know. I don't play blue, and I haven't really looked into this. But then that is what the Unison does for Tapion. And then for Hirudegarn, we got Hoi. No extra auto, I think, just 2 marker skills, neither of them plus, on the markers anyway. So you've got activate main for the +/-0, which is if your leader is a Phantom Demon card, so just have to have your leader being Hirudegarn. You've got 3 different options there in terms of leader. You then play up to 1 Hirudegarn card with energy cost of 3 from your drop in rest mode with skills to get for the turn, and then you place the played card in your drop at the end of the turn. So you play out Hirudegarn for 3, that's 3 or less, with skills to get for the turn, and then at the end of the turn, you gotta put in the drop. Don't know what the benefit of that, but we'll see that when we get to the Hirudegarn cards. But then we got the -3, which is activate main if your leader is a Phantom Demon card. So once again, just need Hirudegarn to be in your lead. You play up to 1 blue or green Hirudegarn card when energy costs 6 or more from your hand. So it's actually a free play out for 3 energy, so you can actually play 3 energy to place from your Z deck, and 1 Z energy of course, and then do straight up -3 to just free play out a 6 drop. Green or yellow, well, or more, actually 6 or more, which means you've got some good targets. You've got the big old 9, like we got some of the ones from the previous one being like 7 and stuff like that. You've got the 9 drop from the original set 4, and you've got the multicolor one as well, so you've got some good targets for that. And yeah, even though it doesn't game markers, I don't know if there's a way to game markers on it, but it's still paying 3 energy from Z deck just to basically be able to free play out a big ass Hirudegarn while getting a swing out of this, potentially if you want to combo with it. It's not too bad. And we got Tapion, Awakening after 1,000 years. Now this is a 2 cost 5k with 1 Z energy cost, and it's got a permanent where if you have a blue Z-Unison with a specific cost 2 in play, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your Z deck by 1. So that's kind of a way, what's like a reason to untap, do all that crazy stuff to untap an energy with Trunks. Having no cry there because he just wasted those 2 guys just to untap 1 to play out this Tapion. And then Tapion is also just when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, return in his hand, so it bounces anything back, but that's never that great in Masters. And then this card gets sticky power of the turn, so you get to bounce back anything on your opponent's battle, well, one of your opponent's battle cards, with no worry about like cost or power or anything, back to the hand, and then gain 10k and be at 15k for 1 energy. That's not great, and that's pretty poor compared to what blue stuff, what blue has in its Z deck anyway. But anyway, we got to the last Z card being the Z Blue Z Extra. It's just for Tapion really, because it's a 1 cost 1 Z energy. Activate main limit 1. If your leader is a hero card, your opponent has 2 or more energy, and you return 1 blue Hirudegarn card to its owner's hand, and you remove this card from the game. So you got to be Tapion. Your opponent's got to have 2 or more energy. You got to bounce back one of your Hirudegarns. What says a blue Hirudegarn, so it could be like given the wording, it could be your opponent's or yours by hand, and then you got to remove this card from the game, and all that allows you to play up to 1 blue Tapion with entry cost of 4 from your hand. That's it. That is a terrible one. That's not great at all. That's terrible. That's not worth playing. There's better Z extras you can play for blue, like even the generic one that's better, and all that just to play at 1 blue Tapion with entry cost of 4 when, yeah. No, we'll see if it's worth it, but I don't think it is worth it. So that's the Z extras, well, Z deck, and then we're going to the main set. So we got the blue Saiyans that come in the deck with the thing, just like Trunks and Goten that fight together with them. So we got SS and Goten chance for fusion. We got SS Trunks freestyle movement, and then Trunks City Guardian. So Trunks City Guardian and Goten both are 3 cost 15k, and then the freestyle movement Trunks is a 4 cost 15k. It's all the same power. All 5k combo, and then we got Goten is at the end of your turn. It's also is at the end of your turn. Look at the 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 Trunks Youth or Goten's card, both blue with energy cost of 6 or less, to your hand, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. And additionally, if you added a card to your hand, return this card to its owner's hand. So at the end of your turn, basically just auto trigger at the end of your turn to look at the top 3, find a Trunks or Gotenks, add it to your hand if it's blue with 6 or less. Put the rest of the bottom of your deck, and then bounce this card back to your hand so it's out the way of being attacked into. That's not too bad. And its way to play is very easy, even as early as turn 1, which is activate main limit 1 for 1 blue. You reveal 1 blue Trunks Youth from your hand, just reveal it in your hand, and then play it from your hand for free. So as long as you got Trunks in hand with this, you can play out as turn 1, get a swing in with end of turn, look top 3, show a Trunks Youth or a Gotenks, that's 3 cost, or 6 cost, and blue, or 6 cost or less of blue. Add it to your hand, but bottom at the rest, and then bounces back to your hand so it's out of the way. That's not too bad, not amazing though, but it's a nice thing for like a Gotenks core. And then you got the Trunks City Guardian, and his effect, he's got kind of, he's also got a way to play cheaper, being 1 blue, But his auto is when this card attacks, you use up to one mono blue card with 5k combo power from your drop in the combo when it skills negate for the turn. So a free combo when it swings, but it's a 20k swing. And the activate main is limit 1 for 1 blue if your leader is Tapion. A hero card being Tapion. You choose one of your blue hero cards with entry cost of 1 and return it to his owner's hand, and play this card from your hand. So you got to have one of your blue hero cards with entry cost of 1 bounce back to his hand from the board, and then play them out. That's not bad. Unless you recycle those 1-drops, especially if you got like effects like cantrips or searches, that's not too bad. And you got the freestyle trunk. So this is a counter attack, limit 1 if your leader is a hero card, which is just Tabion, you get the attack player's card. And the permanent is if you have a blue hero card in play, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So if you've got any hero card being Tapion or Minota in your battler, then yeah, you get to make this a 1 cost negate that negates the attack plays himself. And his also is if it's your opponent's turn, you choose one of your blue hero cards with energy cost of 1 and place it in the bottom of his deck. So once again, you gotta have 2 heroes to make this good. Well, you got a hero on the board to make this cheap one, and then you got to bottom deck that hero to trigger it for the cost of this also. And the effect is when this card is played, switch to one of your active modes. You basically use this as free negate. Yeah, it's basically a free negate. It gives you a 15k body on board, but you lose the hero that you had on board. Not too bad. Not amazing, but it depends what the hero cards do and how but that's not too bad. It's like a negate that negates the attack and replace like a weak coercion with like a little bit more of like a way around, like more gimmick to make it do good stuff. But then we've got the blue heroes. So we've got Minota, Beginning of Destiny, Tapion, Beginning of Destiny, and then Tapion, a Defense for Disaster. So we've got 4 costs here, and already I can see on the activate main it's got a way to play itself, so you don't really need to play out Terrible Z extra, so thank God for that. But you got Minota and Tapion, both Beginning of Destiny, being 1 cost 4Ks with 5k combo, and they both are the searches for this deck, plus with other effects to kind of get your Hooligans in the drop. So Minota's the cantrip, being when its card's played, draw 1, and Tapion is a searcher, well when it's played. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add up to either a Trunks Youth, Hero, or Phantom Demon card, or blue with edge cost of 4 or less to your hand and shuffle your deck. So the searcher for the same kind of things Tapion search for, but you've got the cantrip searcher that every deck normally has in its archetype. Then they've both got an activate battle where they're both limit 1, where you place this card in your drop, so you've got to be on the board and place it in your drop. You choose it to one of your blue Hooligan cards, and it gets 5k power for the turn. So these don't send the Hooligans to drop, but these are a way to boost it by set it from on board to drop, to then give it a 5k boost. And it's just one of your blue Hooligan cards as well, not battle cards. If you play these in the so these are good ones to play in the Hooligan deck, where you can just go play out 1, get the draw cantrip or search, then you can either defensively or offensively sack off on your battle area to go give a 5k battle for free to lead, which is the same as comboing it. So not sure how great that is, but yeah, it's not amazing. But then you've got this Tapion Defense for Disaster, a 4 cost 20k 5k combo, has double strike, and the way to play them out is activate main, limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a hero card, you choose one of your blue hero cards with energy cost of 1 and return to his owner's hand, play this card from your hand. So you get to play out these things like these cantrips here, or cantrip searcher, and then at any life total, or energy total, you can activate main to bounce the base key as long as your leader is Tapion, bounce that hero back to your hand to play this card out to make use of it. And then you got the auto if your opponent has 2 more energy, that's the cost, so your opponent's got to have 2 more energy to trigger this auto. It's when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of his owner's deck. So this is a really nice card for the Tapion one, to kind of bottom deck those annoying demagicators and stuff like that, or anything that's a battle card, 4 or less, just bottom deck it. That's a really good removal for Tapion, that's a really nice one, that's a very good rare. 20k double strike as well, and very easy to drop this. Can you imagine how easy it was to drop things like what's it called, the red sin in the red 4-drop sin in that deck, like it's only his turn 2. This has the kind of same thing, but your opponent needs to have 2 more energy to get the removal, but you can still drop out with a 20k double striker very easily. Especially if you go turn 1, play out the cantrip Minota, you can bounce back to hand as well, so you can then use it again if need be, which is really nice. Then we got more blue heroes, so we got more Tapion cards and Minota cards, because they're kind of like the heroes of the deck, but these also have a different way of function for more of the Hooligans, because remember both decks use the Minota and Tapion cards, and they both use each other's cards, because they're both involved in each other's kind of strategy. So we got Tapion protecting against disaster, that's just a super combo when it 4 less life. when using the combo draw 1, just a standard blue super combo, actually now with Tapion, so he's got his own super combo. And then you got Tapion, Overcoming Destiny, and Minotic Overcoming Destiny. Both 2 cost 5k with 0 cost 5k combo. They both have an auto as well, and both have the same kind of activate main. So the auto on Tapion is when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 1 and return to his owner's hand. So bounce back a 1-drop to their hand, that's not great. And then Minotaur's auto is limit 1. If your leader is a blue Phantom Demon card, that's the cost, so you got to beat Sony effects, works with the Hirudegarn lead. When this card is added to Z energy, choose it to one of your Hirudegarn battle cards, it gets plus 1k power for the turn. So give it a nice 1k boost, which can come in clutch, sometimes can not make a difference, but still nice to have. And they both have the same kind of activate main, which is limit 1 if your leader is a blue Phantom Demon card, and you choose one of your Hirudegarn cards without unique and KO it, play this card from your drop. So these are easy ways to get out like Tapion and Minota on your board for things, and come in active mode as well, so you can then trigger any Hirudegarn stuff. And it's not limited to blue Hirudegarn cards. It's just you need to be a blue Hirudegarn lead, which the only leads for Hirudegarn are blue. And then you could KO any one of your Hirudegarns. It doesn't say blue, it could be green ones, if you could put the green engine in as well. You can KO easy ways and more ways to KO green Hirudegarn leads to go up the chain. And then play this card out. So you not only get the trigger KO thanks to these cards, but you also get them on board as free combo power as well, which is very nice. Triggering your chain plus doing this is going to be a really nice thing. I am looking forward to potentially maybe proxying up the deck and trying it out for locals if I can have the time to take part. But these are pretty nice ones. And then you got the blue supers, so we got 3 supers for blue, and they go over different ones. So you got one for Tapion and Trunks, one for Gotenks being like the kind of generic good one, and then Hirudegarn as the Hirudegarn one. So you got Tapion and Trunks, Respectful Team Up being 8 cost 25k, Dual Attack, first 3 effects, first one being Auto. Once per turn when this card attacks, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards, place it at the bottom of his deck. So on swing once a turn, bottom decks with one of your opponent's battle cards is really nice. Bottom decking is always good, way better than bouncing. Then you got the activate main limit 1 for 2 blue, if your leader is a hero or Phantom Demon card, and you have 3 more energy, and you have 2 more blue cards in your battle area. So so you gotta be either one of these 2 leaders or one of the other Hirudegarn leaders, have 3 more energy, and at least have 2 more blue cards in your battle area. So that could be blue fill cards, blue Z extras, blue battle cards. Very easy. Having at least 1 Z extra and any 1 battle card is a way to trigger this. And you get to play it from your hand. So 2 energy, very easy condition to drop, and it's not too bad for it so far. And then you got the activate battle, which is once per turn, choose it to one of your blue hero cards with entry cost of 1 and return to his owner's hand. This guy gets 10k power and double strike for the battle. So that's really nice to have defensively be able to defend itself by giving extra 10k, or even offensively go into a 35k double strike and bouncing back your own 1-drops so you can like reuse them and stuff like that is really nice. But still, I'm not seeing any way you can sack things off in your combo area to kind of trigger the Tapion lead is the only thing. So now we've got SS3 Gotenks facing the Phantom Demon, 6 cost 25k, with Deflect and Dual Attack, so the 8-drop doesn't have Deflect, doesn't really need it too much, that's an 8-drop. But then Gotenks kind of needs it as a 6-drop. So we got an auto when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards which costs 6 or less, and place the bottom of his deck, so more bottom decking. This is more restrictive in being a 6 or less. And then you got the auto, if you have a Sun Goten or Trunks youth card in play, at the end of the turn, switch it to one of your energy active modes. If you've got Goten or Trunks out, you get an extra energy back at the end of the turn. And then, yeah, you got the activate battle, which is limit 1 for 2 blue as well. If you have 2 more cards in your combo area, play this card from your hand. So very easy to trigger out. 2 energy, so you can do that first auto to bottom deck like 6 or less, like defensively, which is really nice. And 2 more cards in your combo, it's very easy to trigger, especially since the Tapion lead allows you to combo for free a 1-drop from your drop, so it's not too bad. And then you got Hirudegarn, Center of Evil Energy, also a 6-drop, but this time 20k, so a little bit weaker than the others. It has dual attack and blocker, so they all have dual attack, just only only Gotenks has deflect, while Hirudegarn has blocker. He's also got 3 effects, first one being an auto where when this card is played, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards when she costs a 6 or less, place it at the bottom of his owner's deck. So they all bottom decks, I think. Just Tapion bottom decks on swing, anything. Whereas Gotenks and Hirudegarn both when played bottom deck a 6 or less, which is very nice. He's also got a way to play him out for 2 blue as well, but this one's activate main, like Tapion, instead of an activate battle like Gotenks. and it is for 2 blue, limit 1. If your leader is blue and you have 3 more energy, play this card from your hand, and this is so that's very generic. So your Gotenks can be played in any deck that has blue energy. It doesn't have to be a blue leader. Tapion and Trunks have to be Tapion and Trunks has to be with either a Hirudegarn or a Tapion lead, and with more restrictions. Whereas this one just has to be a blue leader, 3 more energy, play out for 2. So they all come down for 2, which is not too bad, and not really a worry in blue, which can like get multiple energy a turn. And yeah, bottom deck stuff, but it's not like Gotenks where it's during the battle. It's got to be during the main, but it does have an activate battle, which is limit 1. If it's your opponent's turn, and you place this card on the bottom of your deck, so you got it only triggers your opponent's turn, and you got a bottom deck discard. Draw 1 and untap an energy. That's not amazing, but it is a thing. And yeah, so if you feel if you're blocked, you can always do a really nice thing of blocking with it, and then trigger the effect, which is not too bad. So that's a nice thing that you can block with it, then trigger that, to then draw a card, like replace the fact you played it out, and then replace the card, and then get an energy bank as well, defensively, which is quite nice. So not too bad. SL's pretty nice, and I do like the cube as well. And I do like the Hirudegarn and Gotenks. See if we can add it into there. And then we've got some of the Hirudegarn cards. So we did say there's 6 drop. We saw one of them in the SI. Now we've got the other one. So we got Hirudegarn Energy Absorption Complete, Hirudegarn Disaster Upon Disaster, and then Hirudegarn Center of Disaster. So with these, we've got the first, so 2 of them being 25k, being like Energy Absorption and Center of Disaster, both being 25, where the Disaster Upon Disaster is only 20. So, first one, also they're all Zero cost 5k combos as well, which is nice. So the first one we've got Hirudegarn Energy Absorption Complete. He's got Double Strike. He's got 2 activate mains. First one being limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a Phantom Demon card, your opponent has 2 more energy, and you send 1 blue Tapion or Minota card from your drop to your warp. Play this card from your hand. So you said neither out. So it only costs 1, but your opponent has to be on 2 more energy as long as your leader is a Hirudegarn, and you warp a Minota or Tapion from your drop. You get the player's card out, and then he's got an activate main where you can send this card to your warp and draw a card. So it gets stuff out of the way and draws your card, but I don't see how it's being great because we haven't seen anything that interacts with the warp so far, but it is what it is. It's an effect on the card. And imagine that might be a way to trigger with a lead, to kind of if it's removed, play more out. Could be useful. And so far we haven't seen any Hirudegarns that have unique either. I haven't seen any ones with unique. So, but I can't remember if there's any ones in green that are unique. But we got Hirudegarn Disaster Upon Disaster. So he's got an auto when his card plays draw 1. So when you play him out, you draw 1. The other auto is limit 1 when his card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill. You get to switch it to one of your energy to active mode, then choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards from turn to zone his hand. So bounce him back, just get an energy back. So that can help you play out more cards from your if you see against this with the lead, you can kind of untap before paying the energy, so you can then play out another 6 drop. And you got the activate main would be a limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a Phantom Demon card and your opponent has 2 or more energy, and you send 1 blue Tapion or Minota card when you drop your warp, play this card from your hand. So the same kind of way to play as the other one. So that's nice. You can and 1 energy plays as long as your opponent has 2 or more energy, and it's not that bad of a cost to remove a Tapion or Minota from your drop to the warp. To play it. That's quite easy conditions, which is quite cool. And then you got Hirudegarn Center of Disaster. So his auto is send this card to your warp as the cost. When your opponent draws, when your opponent attacks, draw 1. So never affected. Get rid of it to the warp to draw a card. But I'm not sure what the use of that is. I know it like jumps out and back out again, but how do you get it back afterwards? That's the thing. And then he's got an activate battle once per turn, where for 1 blue, if you have a blue Hoi card in your combo area, you draw 1 card, and this card gains double strike for the battle. So that's pretty cool. You got as long as when you got a coin combo area, which we haven't seen yet, but we've seen a little bit, you draw a card and you give double strike for 1 energy. That's not too bad. Since 25 is quite a sweet spot, and you're basically paying 1 energy, get a draw and double strike, which is nice. So there's the Hirudegarn 6 drops that you can play with the deck. They're not too bad. Not amazing, but they're not too bad. And then we've got some of the other ones. So we've got the free cost Hirudegarns that kind of go with the Hoi Unison, and we got a Hoi card as well, which kind of you're going to use unless you're using super combo from set 4 to kind of have that in your combo area for the Hirudegarn effect. So we got both these 3 drop Hirudegarns being Hirudegarn half revived and Hirudegarn wandering half body, being basically both halves of Hirudegarn. And they both have deflect, both 15k and both 5k combo. So they've both got a auto and activate main skill. So for half revived, his auto is choose up to one blue hero card and place it in your drop. When this card attacks, this card gets 5k power and critical for the battle. So that's not too bad. Basically, just place a hero in your drop, and then yeah, get the attack. When this card attacks, become a 20k crit for that battle. That's not too bad. And you got the activate main limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a hero or a phantom demon card and you have 2 or more energy, draw one card, play this card from your hand, and place one Tapion card with energy cost of 2 or less from your deck to your drop, then shuffle your deck. So this is a really nice way to help also get out the set up Tapion in your drop while also playing out Rudigon. That's then there for like if it's removed, you get to kind of like pay energy to play out more Rudigons, which is not too bad. It's a good way. This is nice ways to kind of get those Tapion and Rudigon, Tapion and Minotas into your drop, ready for your leader's auto and awakening. And then Rudigon does the same thing with his activate main. Exact same thing, but it's into blue for Minota. So they're replacing soft hand by drawing a card, and one sends one to the drop, one sends the other. So they're both ways to like set you up with a Rudigon card, while also getting your blue Tapion and Minotas in drop. And his auto is choose it to one of your blue hero cards, place it in the drop. The same cost as the other auto, but it's when this card attacks, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of his opponent's deck. So that's really nice, just a very cheap way to play it, and then just swing. Bottom, like you just need to be one of these two leaders or never hero to go and lead. And your opponent have 2 or more energy. Just play out, draw a card, and then be able to swing, bounce a hero back to your hand, and then put a hero into the drop, and then bottom deck anything. That's not too bad. That's quite nice. These two are quite nice for the start off for both decks. And nice was set up with the kind of combos. Nice that they got. This is more like like one of those combo gimmicky decks, but actually looks quite decent, like from reading it. And then we've got Hoy, Disaster Assistance. So he's got permanent where if this card would leave the battle area, remove from the game instead. So you kind of don't want to have him in battle area. You want to kind of avoid doing it. He's a 2 cost as well with 10k power and 5k combo. He's got an auto when this card is played. Choose it to one of your blue Rudigon cards with it, and it gets 5k power for the turn. So there's that benefit, but I don't know if that outweighs the fact that it's gone for a good once it leaves the battle area. And you also got the activate battle, being limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is if your leader is a Phantom Demon card and your blue Rudigon battle card is in a battle, use this card in your combo, in a combo from your drop, and play this card from your drop at the end of the battle. So this play itself out at the end of the battle, which is not too bad, but you can combo it for 1 energy from your drop. If the as long as your leader is Rudigon and you have a blue Rudigon in battle. But you can get around the whole playing it out at the end of the battle and from when it leaves the battle area being removed from the game by just going and Z-charging it before. Yeah, just Z-charging it before. So I imagine you can Z-charge it before it gets played, so you can avoid that and kind of keep a little loop of it. So you have the energy to spend, plus have it there to use for its effect kind of thing. So that's the blue hero to go on things with Hoy. Then we got the 3 blue extras. Now these don't seem that great. We got Begging for Heroes. They're all 1 cost extra cards, and we got Begging for Heroes Resurrection, which is an activate main. Choose one of your Hoy cards and switch to rest mode. Play up to 1 blue hero with energy cost of 1 from your drop, and it gets 6k power for the turn. That's not great. Then you got Heroes Awakening, being activate main. Play up to 1 blue hero card with energy cost of 1 from your drop. So an extra card that replay it from your drop. Or you got the activate battle limit 1 for 1 blue. If your leader is a hero card, you send this card from your drop to your warp. Use up to 1 blue hero with energy cost of 1 from your drop in the combo. So you can pay 1 energy, the combo with, and remove this card from your drop. As long as your leader is Tapion, you pay 1 blue energy, and you warp this from your drop. You can combo with a hero from your drop, essentially cost 1, but you're essentially paying 1 energy for a 5k combo when you rather pay an energy for a 10k if you're going to do that. So not good. And then Phantom Demon Power Unleashed, activate main limit 1 if you have a blue Rudigon in play as the cost. Choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 3 or less, place it at the bottom of the opponent's deck, then switch it to one of your mono blue energy to active mode. Yeah, it's not so you're essentially just bottom decking, using an extra card, the bottom deck with your Rudigons, with energy cost of 3 or less, and then untap an energy. Imagine this is so you can trigger your leads effect to play out 6 drop, but you can just not do that and have it removed by any other way. So that's not great. Like, these aren't great extra cards, So they're just there for filler to help out for like casual and stuff. But that is the end of blue, and we got onto black. So for black, we've got Black Vegito Zeno. So we finally get Vegito Zeno after being like teased about it before, and I think we got teased about it before, and then I think we got it in the form of a Unison secret rare, which was terrible. And after like it being the whole like thing, people like the character people speculating why Bandai like hit Gogeta Zeno so hard with banning some stuff because I thought there could be really good synergy with the 6-drop Gogeta fusion that got banned, being that the reason. And then I think how many sets? Like almost 10, 11 sets. We finally get a look at the Gogeta Zeno that was kind of like hyped up to be the reason behind it. So we've got Black Vegeta Zeno. Black Vegeta Zeno. Starts on the front side as SS4 Goku and SS4 Vegeta, and then flips over and becomes the Sparking Potara Warrior SS4 Vegito. So on its front side, also once per turn for Burst 1, meaning you've got a mill top card of your deck. When one of your Son Goku, Zeno, or Vegeta Zeno cards is used in the combo, draw a card. So you don't have to attack, but you have to commit a battle to combo to trigger this to get a draw. So you're not gaining anything. We've seen once again, you may not get anything, but you can set things up and you're still replacing a card. You're not going neg. And the Awakening is when you utilize a 4 or less, or you have a Black Unison with specified cost of 2 in play. Draw 1 card, switch to 1 energy to active mode, and take your life down to 6. So like what we've seen some everyone's, nice one, untap 1, draw 1, take your life down to 6. And now on the Awaken side, you now have a permanent where you can choose battle cards from under your Black Z-Unison when choosing cards you use with a Black Cards Union Potara skill from your hand. Not too bad. Then you got an auto once per turn when your black card with a Union skill or a Black Z-Unison attacks or activates its blocker skill. Draw a card and it gets 5k power for the turn. So it means you can attack with your Z-Unison, draw a card from your lead, and you've got benefits from using Unison as well. That's not too bad. You've got ways, and even then, blocking or attacking. So it means you can get a draw on both players' turn with this, which is really nice, and give that card 5k power for the turn. It is pretty nice. Then you have the activate battle once per turn, where you can use up to two black cards with 5k combo power from under your battle cards or Z-Unisons, both black in a combo with the skills negated for the turn. So that's quite cool. You can basically just make use of cards from the Z Unison or Z Battle card, just combo, and you both get essentially an extra free 10k combo by using at least two black cards for 5k combo for that. So that's really nice. That's a really nice effect to be offensively or defensively, which is really cool. And speaking of the Z cards for black, we've got the Z Unison being SSB Vegito Union of Sparks, being the 2 specified cards for 2 Z energy, and then SS4 Son Goku and Vegeta, combination of techniques being a 2 cost, 1 Z energy Z battle card. So the Unison has 3 skills, first one being a non-marker skill being activate main, which is once per turn. You can place 1 card from this card in a drop to draw a card, so extra white side your lead, which is very nice. And then the marker skills has got a +1 and a -3. The +1 is also when this card or one of your black cards with a Union skill attacks or activates blocker skill, place up to 2 black cards from your warp under this card. So you kind of makes sense with now the bursting stuff because you want to do some overwhelm shenanigans, which black has a good synergy for, to kind of have things in your warp so you can get freely put them underneath your under your Z extra and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then you got the activate main for the -3, being play up to 1 black battle card with energy cost of 6 and a Union skill from your warp. So you got good targets, and because it's just a Union skill, not like Union Fusion, Union Potara, you can get some of the old Gogeta Zeno stuff off this for free, and that's a really nice effect. And considering you can +1 marker both players' turns by attacking with your Unison to trigger the +1 skill, and then block as well with one of your cards with Union skill to get the +1 as well, means you can up the markers quite quickly and also get some good, like a load of cards underneath it to make use for some effects. That's really, really cool. And we got the Z battle card here. So 2 cost, 1 Z energy, 20k power, deflect, a permanent where if your leader is the Vegeta Zeno card and you have a black Z Unison play, you reduce the cost of this card in your Z deck by 1 black, meaning you can play it for 1 and 1. And the activate main is limit 1, remove this card from the game as a cost. Place up to 2 black cards from your warp under your Vegito Unison Sparks. So it's a very easy way to get them on there, underneath there to then trigger the draw and have the other unison for the Union, like Union Batar and stuff. So that's Z deck. Pretty good cards. I'm not sure if the Z battle cards amazing, but the Z-Unison is definitely wanted to help that Awaken and for some strategies to get like gain extra draw and stuff like that. And then we got some skills cards. So we got more cards that go really well with the the Scions Unison, which is really nice. So Black's and Goku and Vegeta cards. So like just normal Goku. So you can have more synergy with just Goku and Vegeta with like Union Fusion, Union Patara stuff, or just black stuff, and good support to have like the Scions Unison in the old black starter deck Vegeta, which is cool. So nice. That's kind of like legacy support there. Like one cost skillless goes great with that kind of strategy. So it's more. This is kind of like legacy support for that old black Vegeta starter deck. And then we have the SS4 Son Goku cards for the deck. So we've got a 5 cost SS4 Son Goku Start of a Fierce Battle, and 4 cost SS4 Son Goku Opening Gambit. So it's off the 5 drop. It's an Overrun 5. So we also have Vegeta versions of these as well. So Overrun 5, 20k power. Also, when this card is played, draw 2 cards and discard a card from your hand. So you can kind of set things up, which is cool, and like to filter your deck a bit quicker. And then the auto is limit 1 if your leader is a black. Well, if your leader's backside is a black Vegeta Zeno card, and you have 2 or more energy, and you have a Vegeta Zeno card in your combo area, when this card is used in the combo from your hand, add this card from your drop to use the energy in the battle. So that's really nice. So you can, if you combo with a Vegeta Zeno, and then combo with this, you didn't have this to trigger to then C-charge the Vegeta Zeno, and then have the C-charge when it hits your drop at the end of the battle. Then you can set up 2 energy in one turn, to be able to get into your Z-Unison straight away without having to have too many attacks. So that's really nice. And then you got the SS4 Son Goku Open Panic. So there's both a Vegeta and Goku of this as well. And this is the cantrips. As I said, almost every deck has like a cantrip and a searcher in their archetype, and this is it for this. So he's got a permanent where if you have no black Z-Unison play, this card can't attack. Not too bad. Kind of makes sense given like how it's strong, it can become then quite quick and quite quickly and quite cheap. And it's also as when it's played, draw a card, and you got the active main limit 1 for burst 1 for 1 black. If your leader's backside is a black Vegeta Zeno card, play it from your hand. So easy way to get a cantrip out that's actually can attack as long as you've got Z-Unison and be used. And then we got the Vegeta version of them. So once again, same things. Like Vegeta is the same one as the Goku, with the same skills, but then it also is a searcher where when it's played, you look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck. Adds 1 black same card, and she costs a 5 or less to your hand and shuffle your deck. And then for the 5 drop, you got SS4 Vegeta, Start of a Fierce Battle. So he's got Overrun as well, but he's got critical, so he hasn't got that. He hasn't got the draw auto. He's got critical instead. And his auto is the same as Goku, but then it triggers if you got a Goku in your Zeno when you combo with this card to go from drop to C energy. So they kind of have that same kind of thing, but the other character placing what the character is requested on there. But still really nice to have like good synergy in both sides for it. And then we get the 2 SRs for the deck. So Black finally gets a free like one of those Unison free play counter cards that you get from if you've got a Unison on board. So it's taken what 14 sets for Black to finally get one, and it is due. It is due, and it's a pretty nice one as well. And we also got just the 1 Patara card for the deck as well. So we're limited to what Patara we've got, but it's a very good one nonetheless. So the counterplay is SS4 Son Goku and Vegeta striking a weak point. 5 costs 20k, overrun 5 so you can overrun it as well. And its counterplay is limit 1 if your leader is black. Play this card, then your leader gets 5k power for the turn. So a free player out and a bean, which is really nice. And it's got the permanent, like most of the other free play counterplays, which if you have a black Z-Unison with 2 or more markers on it in play, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy costs. Same thing as the other ones, but it's a black Z-Unison instead of just normal black Unison. And it's got to have 2 or more markers. And then the auto is burst 2. When this card is played, you draw a card, so you replace it in hand, and then add 1 card from your Z energy, 1 card from your hand to your Z energy, so get more Z energy as well. And then choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 5 or less, and send it to its owner's warp. So that's not too bad. That is pretty decent. That's pretty decent. So yeah, you got the if your like you got a way to warp. So it's kind of like it's like kind of like Frieza, but then you also set up Z energy, and you're only negative from playing this, but you're getting a beam. You're getting a beam for the turn, and warping like 5 or less in counterplay response as well. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty good card. And it's a 20k beat stick, unlike the ever ones that can actually put some good pressure on offensive deal as well, and also is overwhelm as well, so you can overwhelm to get the auto instead if you don't want to counterplay it. So that's quite nice. So a very good card. Probably going to be, if you're playing a Black Z-Unison, probably going to play a playset of them. And then we got SS4 Vegito, Sparking Offensive Defense. So this is a 6 cost 30k with double strike barrier blocker. So it's not that barrier protection, double strike for a good bit of pressure on 30k, and a blocker as well, which is a way to help defend your Unison and trigger the Unison and the lead to get that draw and stuff. And its Union Patara is for 1 black to go on top of a Gogeta Zeno and a Vegeta Zeno card. And its auto is limit 1, burst 1 at the end of your turn. Well, sorry, limit 1, burst 2 at the end of your turn, which is quite active mode. So at the end of your turn, as long as you want, you can one if you've got multiple, it only triggers for 1. You restand it, and then you can build 2. So bursting helps out for overwhelming things for your strategies, and allowing you to attack with it, put some pressure on, and then defend with it in the next turn. And it's going to be hard to remove as early as turn 2 with barrier on it as well. It's a really nice card, very good card, and it's nice that you can kind of like set this card quite easily in any deck really, because you've got the sounds once again, and you've got the 1 cost Gogeta Zeno and Vegeta Zeno to kind of have the sounds and then drop this, put some pressure on and have it back to block as early as turn 2 in any ever black deck as well. So that's really cool, like, really nice stuff for black, very good, not as busted as like the Gohan when we got like when like Fash complained about green and they made Gohan. I think he complained about black a bit, and this is not Gohan level, but it's still good, but it's not busted, so it should be nice stuff to play against, or play with. Then we got the extra cards, so we got some extra cards that aren't that great, similar to the blue ones. So we got Preparation for First Battle, being a 2 cost activate main. Limit 1, play up to 1 Son Goku Zeno and up to 1 Vegeta Zeno, both black with energy cost of 4 or less, from your deck in rest mode with the skills they get for the game. So it's not great because they can move the skills they get for the game. So it's not useful, but you set up the Patara, but they're still costing it 2 energy. And you got Sparking Kamehameha, 1 cost, activate main if you have a Vegito Zeno with a Union skill in play. Choose any number of your opponent's battle cards added to a total energy cost of 6 or less and send to Reserve's Warp. You have the same thing in a handy battle card that's generic in the form of what's it called? Secret Identity Massen. You've got that in a better card, so why have this? And you got Class of the Strongest. This is a 1 cost activate battle skill. If your Vegeta Zeno is in a battle, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 2 or less and send it to his owner's warp. Then choose up to 1 of your Vegeta Zeno's cards and it gets 10k power for the battle. So it's not great, it's not bad, but it's not the best. So yeah, some more filler cards, which isn't the best really. And then we have some Lexi support then for Janemba. So the Lexi support in blue is for Janemba. So we've got Janemba Readying Attack and Janemba Invincible Transformation. And this is more for that 6-drop focus Janemba deck, the from the Zenkai series, the one that came alongside Gogeta. So we've got Readying Attack being also limit 1. When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add it to 1 blue Janemba with energy cost of 6 or less to your hand and shuffle your deck. So a nice search here. And once again, another 6 cost with a 19k power. And the other one, Invincible Transformation, is limit 1, or also limit 1. When this card is played, this card gains double strike and barrier for the turn. It's a bit of protection, double strike, but then on 90k body. So these are nice cards. I don't know how good they're going to be for the Janemba deck. I don't know if the Janemba deck has even been played by anybody used, but it did seem amazing, but it's just some support for it. Then we go on to the collector's cards. So these ones we didn't really have anything to say about, but I did leave off a blue card because I wanted to just compare with the compare like I should have done in the last one with the collector's cards to normal cards. So here we've got a another blue card that was a skillless SS3 Son Goku card, so a 2k skillless. So 2 cost skillless from blue, and it's got collector's cards. So I don't know I don't know who or like what conditions they have to choose which card becomes collector out of them. But then they're not good choices because look here we've got a skillless Goku getting a collector's card. Like, why? Like, I understand you've seen more of the art, but the art isn't great because they all got the same kind of background, but it's just wavy background. They got the cool, yeah, they got the good border from their like effects, but A skillless card is not a good one to have, but that's what we got. And then for the other three collector's cards, we've got, I don't know if there's going to be more because it seems to be like, unlike the last one when they had like both the like Saiyans and androids in the collector set, this one seems to be just Saiyans because we've only seen Saiyans for it. But these are the ones for it. So in the blue side of collectors is just the free Goten and Trunks, the free Goten and the two Trunks cards that got the collector's edition, the boost version of it. And the only one that looks nice is Trunks City Guarding. So Rudigan actually looks quite nice with the full art colour thing like that. The rest just looks like those terrible ones we got for the last one. So not really anything that personally for me would drive me to want to try and get a collector's pack or a booster or a case. Nothing impressive so far. And then for the black ones, they kind of look a little bit better. We got the Z-Unison and the counterplay. So given how they've upgraded the arts on the SRs for the set, the SRs look a lot nicer, just the SRs in general. The arts look a lot better. Like I'm looking forward to see what the SPRs look like for them. Because we still got like the alt art leaders as well, like the leader, like alternative leader rares for the leaders as well, and you got the SPRs for each of the like some of the cards as well. But the SRs look really nice. Like these collector's ones do not look impressive compared to some of the other ones. So where they've upgraded normal art, they've kind of made it so the collectors for this one not as great, where the other one wasn't too bad. And then we've got the Goku cards, and also like you can see here, like with the color of the like you can see that the 5-drop, he's got the normal kind of color of the fur on the card, being like the crimson kind of red, whereas the opening Gambit one is just full on red. Like I don't know if they've just messed up on that, but I can't remember it be any saying like maybe Broly might have been, but normally like the 5-drops kind of coloring for the fur was normally that color from like the series and stuff like that. But they haven't. I don't know if they just messed up the colors, but like you see it on the Vegeta as well, where the 5-drop and even then it's different on the color. It's not like both the 4-drops have a red and then when the 5-drops have more of a crimson red. But like they do have like mismatched the colors on them as well, which just feels weird, like and just feels like typical Bandai just messing up on like the color. Like when we had a Frieza SPR that was missing the purple on its chest, and it was instead put gold when it shouldn't have been. Like I don't think they quality check anything or just don't care because it's not it's not a game in Japan, so they don't care. They think that they can get away with it for the rest of the world. But yeah, and then we got the last one, and for some reason these are the last two black ones, and for some reason they've given just the Vegeta skillness a art, which once again you're given a skillness card, the collector's art, which isn't amazing. But then you're giving it to one skillness when there's like a duo. There's the Goku and Vegeta, but you're only giving it to Vegeta. Or maybe because they're giving it to the blue Vegeta skillness, a Goku skillness, they're just giving it to this one. But it makes sense that if you're someone who wants to play both the Vegeta and Goku, if you want a max rarity up, you have like this non-foil Goku, but then this collector's art Vegeta, which just doesn't match together, which is really weird. And instead you've got the Sparking Kamehameha, which is a nice scene, but it could have been the Goku instead. Like this is not a card you're really going to play either, and because like you've got the Secret ID, which is the same thing, is just better in every way. And you could have it was Goku, so you can have a matching, but that just seems a weird choice for us. And the last thing we have is the secret rares. So Bandai, before we even filled the last color, they revealed all 3 secret rares, and here we are. So the secret rares for this set are SS3 Son Goku, Wrath of the Dragon, SSB Kaioken Vegito Blue Pataria Fusion Warrior Champion, a mouthful but a sick title for a card, and then Purunga Dragon of Dreams. So they're all 8 costs. We've got a blue, a black, and a multicolor. The first multicolor like secret rare we've had in a fair bit. We've had a fair few of them, but fair bit since we've had a multicolor one, I think, if I remember correctly. So you've got SS3 Son Goku Wrath of the Dragon, being 8 cost, so they're all 40k power, all 8 costs, all 1 cost 10k combos, and they all have ultimate. So Wrath of the Dragon is a double striker with 2 skills. First one, activate main slash battle, which is 1 per turn, for 2 blue is the cost. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of his owner's deck. Then choose up to one of your cards that gets 10k power for the turn. So it's a nice way to use it, like a nice effect to just get a permanent boost in this, which is really cool. And then activate battle if your leader is a blue. Well, if you activate battle if your leader is blue, you have 3 or more energy, and you have 2 or more blue cards in your combo area. Play this card from your hand, switch up to one of your energy to active mode, and you and your opponent can't play battle cards from their owner's hands for the turn. So that's really nice. It's like that Trunks from set 3 or 4 or 2, I think for set 2, which when you combo it, you basically just untapped energy, but that was only when like you attack, you gain energy. And this one you can use offensively or defensively. Like it's not better than the Gohan Beast secret rare, but this is even a nice one because you can defensively just go activate battle for free to play this out. As long as you have 2 more blue battle cards in your combo area. Play itself out, untap an energy so you got to use, and then prevent you and your opponent from basically playing battle cards out for turn. So if they just swung straight away without playing anything from your hand, you can stop that, but they can still play stuff in the Z deck, which is just one negative thing about it. And then you can pay 2 energy to bottom deck something of their board that they already had, ignoring barrier, which is really nice, and also give one of something like your leader a 10k power boost for the turn, which is pretty sick. So it seems like a really nice card, like a really nice card, especially when you want to defend yourself, a good one and a good card to use offensively. But I don't know if it's like the art is really nice. Well, the art is amazing, but I don't know how if it's gonna ever be ever be used when you've got Gohan Beast. Like Blue has the one where you got like better like before they only just had Baby Hatch, it's the best secret rare, and you don't want to use anything else. But since then they've got some better ones, and this doesn't really like this wouldn't replace any deck that would use the Gohan Beast secret rare. They stick to that. But this is a nice one if you can't get that one, or you want to try something different. This is still a really good one to have, and could be a bit better defensively than Beast. So if you want a more defensive one, you've got this or Hatch. If you want an offensive one, Gohan's the one. Then we got Kaioken Goku, or the Blue Potara Fusion Warrior Champion. So a mouthful, but a sick title, and he's got a nice little bit of text. You see the art on him, and he's got Deflect into Triple Strike. He's got permanent with 4 more energy. For each marker on your Z-Unison, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3, and that's very easy to do because you play your Z-Unison out, and it's for any colours. Also, it's generic for any deck to use. Specifically in black, if you want to use it in black, which is a good option to do. You play out your Z-Unison with 2 markers. You swing with it, get the trigger to gain a marker on it, and put 2 cards underneath your Z-Unison. And then you have 3 unisons to make this down to a 0 cost because you're reducing it by 9 because it has no specified cost. So you make it free. So you can play out this for free as a 40k triple strike. And then you got the activate main, which is burst free, meaning the top 3 cards of your deck. If you send free cards from your hand to your warp, you switch this card to active mode. So you can, the more cards you got in hand, the more times you can restand this. Just keep so your 40k triple, switch it 40 triple. The only issue with this card is floodgates exist. So you have to be careful of that. So if you get floodgated, it's not going to be a great time to use it. But if you're not under floodgate, or your opponent really can't get a floodgate, or you can stop a floodgate, then this is a very good one to bring out and just go, I'm going to go ham on you constantly, which is sick. Then we got Porunga. This is a really nice one. It has energy exhaust because it's a multicolour card. It's got a permanent where this card can't attack, similar to every single kind of Shenron card. And he's got 2 effects. First one is how you play him, and that's by 2 energy if your leader is green or yellow and you have 3 more energy. You play this card from your hand and remove this card from the game at the end of the turn, which kind of makes sense because once you use all your 3 wishes, the dragon basically dissipates and spreads the Dragon Balls back over the planet. So it kind of goes like the flavor on these cards is quite cool. And you got the activate main, which is limit free, because makes sense because you might be thinking limit free. Why is it limit free instead of limit 1 and limit 2? Why is it limit free? Because Porunga grants 3 wishes, whereas Shenron grants 1. And you get to choose 1 of 3 effects. You can do that 3 times. So you can either choose 1 of each of the effects or multiple times of 1, and like basically pick out of the 3. You get 3 times to pick, 3 chances to pick 1 of these 3 effects. First one is draw a card, and your opponent discards a card. So you gain a card, they lose a card. So you can gain 3 cards, you can make them lose 3 cards, give it a 6 card difference, which is pretty nice. And then you got the choose up to 1 of your opponent's cards, which are rest modes. You can just tap any one of the cards up to 3 times. And then you got the other effect, which is choose 1 of your battle cards, 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place all other battle cards at the bottom of the opponent's deck in order. So if you use the other 2, you can use this the third one. So after using the other 2 times, you can use this effect to then choose something else on your board, since this is going to get removed from the game anyway at the end of the turn, to then bottom deck everything on board apart from the card you've chosen, the card your opponent has. So this is a really nice secret rare, and it gives more options to yellow and green. Like green still has a lot of options for secret rares, a lot of good ones, but this gives you even a better one to add, plus and also an option for green decks, yellow decks as well. And that is it for this video. So this is it for this week's video. And a lucky one, but then we're getting loads of spotters in a few days. And luckily with this one, we won't give every archetype through. We're giving some different days where we had the secret rares, so like 3 days of secret rares and stuff like that. So it's not as big as we had for the last one. We had like 2 whole colors and some additional ones as well. So it's gone a little bit quicker. But that is it for me today. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And catch you in the next one when we go over the last little bit of master stuff. Bye for now.